So they'd have to do it. They'd have to fight Kangorillaz twice, possibly, if Kangorillaz keep fighting like this.
All right, out we go. The joust begins for the initial start of the round here, but Eclipse just sneaks right away with it. Lemming going to make a run. He's going to have to deal with at least one additional player here from Kangorillaz, or you'd think anyway. Moves in. Good block coming out from the goalie on Kangorillaz, though. That's going to be Grumpy's broom that saves the day here. Sends it back to midfield.
Grumpy sweeps it away with that broom style, man. He's really good on the goal, and he's gotten better every month. I enjoy watching him play.
See Shiny's handwork here too. Look at this. He's keeping that disc moving. He's not going to make it easy for anyone on the Orange team to sneak up and take this away from him. And if they do, it's definitely going to be set in a random direction at the very least. Now Shiny trying to sneak in up to Palador. Does it go in? No, not yet. Saved again by Grumpy's broom, and that's a hard clear from him.
He's like, get out of my house. I'm loving this guy, man. Real good plays from Grumpy's broom.
Shots incoming now. High-speed pursuit on this disc as they try to look for an opportunity to score it, but not going to happen. Eclipse got there first, and they take it back to the middle.
All right. They kick it back downfield. This is just like a random clear to keep it on that side. Sometimes it happens when your team's not in position and you can't really pass it. Just like you get that clear down that side, too. This is not advantageous, but it's the advantage you can get at the time. Recovered by Loveridge. Loveridge down to Sealable Bag.
Lemming trying to move in, sneak up behind him, doesn't end up working out, clears it, over back to Loveridge again, though, after the pass comes up from Sealable Bag, and now Loveridge moving in. Yep, all three of them inside of the zone now, ready to score, but Palador, and a very aggressive move from him, right outside of the goal, steals it and clears it again.
Palador's on camera right now. You can see what that looks like when these guys play, man. That's how fast that these guys move. It's really funny though, man. Sometimes if you don't have the video feed, it looks like, are you swatting at flies? And it's like, no, that's just how fast you have to move. You have to manipulate everything around you. Very early on in the game when we were playing, you would do most things with just like right-handed, and you would forget that you have two. Like, and it wasn't to the first time that somebody would steal the disc from you and punch you in the face at the same time. You're like, oh, I do have two hands.
So for Shiny here, he's got a chance to maybe move in and score. It doesn't.
Ends up I thought he'd have done that off the backboard. That'd have been a great shot for that one. Backboard shots are very hard for North American teams to block.
Well, Shiny's going to have another chance at least. Gets possession again. Moves
backboard
in,
shot,
surrounded. No, it gets sent away from him. Lemming's got a chance at it, though, and they just punched out Grumpiest, but he's back into the fight, and this is going to get, there's too many bodies in that goal right now to be able to score. Oh, players getting launched all over the place here,
Grumpy's out of the goal. This is not good.
Sealable Bag has a chance to defend it. Blocks it with his head. It doesn't end up going in. However, another member of Kangorillaz is going to end up getting punched out, and finally, after so much of a pursuit,
they made them working on it. They made him work for it so hard. Oh, they've got to be exhausted after that run. Now that's one of those camera shots you want to see. Like, how do you feel after that? You get a drink. Normally, you get a drink of water after your match is over. That's a drink of water after every round.
That was a real scruff right there. We
had
all 6 players fighting within the 2-point area for a good 30 seconds or so. So that's going to take the thing to remember that we haven't even talked about yet for the newer players out there is this is a physical game, and that should be obvious for those of you that have been paying attention to the camera feeds. But these players can get winded very quickly in situations like that where they're having to constantly shift positions around and make very quick movements with their arms.
Oh yeah, man.
And their bodies too.
Yep, it's mentally and physically taxing, but something for anybody who plays VR knows that when stuff happens to you in VR, it can also be very emotionally taxing. As evidenced by the single-player version of this game, they do toy with your emotions a little bit. And so that's one of the things that happen. And we mentioned that you have your athletic sports, right, that taxing it physically, and a little bit, stress here and there. Any competitive sport will have that. But in video game esports, you're going to have them be mentally taxing. It can really take it out of you energy-wise. Your brain has to just move so fast. But in VR, we take all of that and slap an emotional component on top of it.
Oh, nicely done by Lemming. Gets pretty much an open goal. Only has one player to defend against. Swoops it right over his head.
That was the player to stop him. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there. Maybe he was slipping today.
Look at the possession's a much different story this time here, too, on the third round. With 66% for Eclipse. So they're doing a much better job of keeping control of the disc. And obviously right there making sure that they can secure additional goals, too.
Yeah, man. Kangorillaz were doing so well the last round. I'm hoping that they pull this out. I mean, granted, this is only 2 volleys in, but that was not the grumpiest broom I know.
The first volley was very long, though. We're already down to sub 2 minutes here.
Oh, yeah. Come on, guys. Let's see what you got. Now that they got control of the disc again.
Sealable Bag's already kind of
doesn't know Lemming's on top of Lemming. Plays upside down and likes to ride that ceiling. A lot of players don't look up. Beautiful pass. Open goal, 3-pointer.
Easy 3-pointer. And just like that, the Kangorillaz are right back into the game. Nicely done. Sealable Bag probably thinking, oh, okay, that just worked out way better than I planned it.
Yeah. Usually you see Palador back in the goal in this particular type of situation, and he wasn't back there. It was kind of strange.
We could see how aggressive Eclipse were trying to play on the opening there. They definitely took a gambit on it, and sadly didn't work out in their favor. So they basically end up leaving the goal open, and that's an easy way for Kangorillaz to get back in the game now. Yeah,
you generally don't see that kind of thing. If we switch over to the blue team, you're going to have disc advantage here. So if we follow Palador, is probably going to end up being the one that runs the quarterback on it.
Let's see if they're going to go for the pickup here. It is indeed
Yeah,
Palador.
Palador running quarterback to right side.
He throws it, however, right into
Yeah,
two
that's
members
not
of
where
the
you should have went.
Kangorillaz here. So he's going to get back possession. Now corrects that over to iShiny. Much better choice here
Nice
for himself.
save.
And Shiny walking up. Is it only going to be one player from the Kangorillaz, I think, trying to
Should
defend
be Grumpy.
this. Yep, and now he's going to move in. They try to punch him
Yeah,
out,
just got in
and
his
it's
face.
a slam dunk for iShiny, as the goalie can do nothing to stop that.
He's like, I don't got to punch you. I just got to get in front of you so you can't see anything. It's mean.
Yeah,
But it works. It works.
Possession very much staying the same on the statistics there, too. Still about
And that's a three-point game. Can they get another three-pointer? Can they tie it up? Can they take it from them? Will Eclipse, for once in their life, be forced down to a loser's bracket?
It's like they've got good control. With only a minute and 24 left, we're only expecting, at most, 1 or 2 more volleys to come out here.
So that's the problem with Eclipse. They're not only really good, but they're most consistent team in the league. I rarely see them, like, accidentally play bad.
Stealable bag's going to move over. Oh, that was a beautiful juke off the
that.
island from Palador. A great shot moving in, but Palador just completely intercepts it. And now that's going to allow the blue team to get a bit more aggressive here. Eclipse moving in. Does still have the goalie deal. Not necessarily a free shot. He's got to get past them, and there we go. Lemming, the hand movement is beautiful. Swoops it around. Another 2-pointer for Eclipse, and they are now well in the lead with only a minute left in the match.
Yeah, they've already figured out that Grumpy has lost his ability to block Lemming when he gets in close there. Like I said, he's doing what he's supposed to do, though. It's not being a 3-pointer. They are 2-pointers, but right up front, Grumpy just is not able to stop him. So they're just sending Lemming up every time. I think that's the reason why Palador, when he was running quarterback, tossed the disc over to Lemming, even though Lemming had 2 people on him. It was just like, well, you know, that's the guy that takes out the goalie. Just 1v1 me, bro.
Well, here comes the launch. Again, it's Kangorillaz that'll get free possession to start. However, we did see aggression from Eclipse the last time we had this, and we're going to see that again, but not as much as we saw in the previous round. It's really just Lemming moving up, trying to cause some problems, and he's already done that. Oh, nice little juke there, though. Not only that, but Lemming gets punched out himself, so he's not going to cause any problems anymore for the Kangorillaz here. And now, there we go, another 3-pointer moving in for the Kangorillaz.
We needed that last round, but still, looking good. Changing the momentum. 43 seconds ago, they will not have possession on this next volley. They will need to recover that. Good luck against Eclipse, but I would love to see it, believe me.
You think it's worth it to get hyper-aggressive here and just send all 3 players down the field, or is that too big of a risk to take at this point?
Man, this game is all risk-reward mechanics, and it can be very hard to do something like that because if there's one team that's going to punish you for making that mistake, it is Eclipse. But if you play defensively, they'll also get you. If you get them on the defense, sometimes they're not as good on the defense because they don't have to defend so often.
Kangorillaz send 2 out of 3 of their players to the upfield, only keeping Grumpiest Broom behind to defend things here. Meanwhile, it's iShiny with possession, trying to send it over to Palador, but he did not have the momentum to catch that disc in time, so it's going to take him a couple extra seconds to get it. Quickly taps it off over to Lemming. Lemming doesn't have a shot on the goal, so he sends it back to iShiny. And iShiny, once again, going to try to move further up the field here. Again, doesn't have the position to do it yet, so it's back to Palador for now.
They're waiting for Lemming to get in position. Palador's waiting for both of his strikers to form up before he tosses it up to him. Lemming doing that thing that he likes to do is going to work his way up to the ceiling for a little ceiling juke action so he can outmaneuver a player before he passes it over to Shiny. Then get into position as iShiny lines up. No, they're going to run the clock down. That's what they were doing. Oh, my Lord. It took me that long to realize they were just running it down. Oh, that's a smart move, though, because if they actually didn't run the clock down, there was an opportunity they would have turned it around on him and actually got the win.
And so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Eclipse that managed to take control of our very first match of the day.